Hello and welcome to this week's video. Something a little bit different this week, and if I sound in a rush, I actually am in a rush. What we're doing this week, we're actually doing the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge. So at the beginning of the summer, Leia was due to do the West Island Way when she finished her university course, when she graduated, but obviously COVID-19 put all that on hold. So what we've decided to do this weekend is sort of zip up to Yorkshire in the Dales and do a route that takes in the Three Peaks. That's I think we're doing Whernside, Ingleborough and then Penya again in that order. Just actually only done about a couple of miles and seen this waterfall. I think it's Force Gill possibly, and we just had to take a detour. Not going to do any more detours today because I don't think we've got time. We set off about it'd be about 7:45, something like that, and the weather's not brilliant. It was absolutely lashing it down when we got here. So what I'm going to do is really try and stick to the path after this. I mean, this is only a little bit off the path. Hopefully I'll get some video on the way round just to share with you, and also we'll get some images. I know we do go through some limestone pavement. I'm carrying this huge flipping tripod that weighs 3/4 of a ton. It's a Vanguard tripod. I absolutely love it, but it is quite heavy. It's not my heaviest, by the way. If Vanguard are watching this, if they want to send me a carbon fibre travel tripod, I'll gladly do this route again with that, because I think the tripod is about the heaviest thing that we're carrying. So I'm just going to do a couple of quick shots here. I've got a 6-stop filter on just to slow the water down. I can't really do anything complicated, so we've got to be in here and out of here. Hopefully you can hear this audio over the sound of the waterfall. If not, I'll have to put it on later or record something else. But yeah, I will see you a bit further round. Hopefully this shot's come out. If it has, I'll stick it up now. And yeah, we'll see you sometime probably after Whernside or something like that. So I'll see you later.
Right, I just wanted to cut in there. I actually wasn't going to put this video out for a number of reasons really, and you'll see the first one coming up. Now I don't know whether you can tell already on this video I'm actually rushing, because obviously we've got to get round this walk, which I think is 25 miles and there's about 5,000 feet of climbing. I was already concerned that we weren't going to get round in time before it got dark, so trying to do photography at the same time is obviously not ideal. So this first image that you're going to see, apart from the fact that I spent about 30 seconds looking at the composition of the image because I was rushing, for some reason it's come out blurred. Now I've got no idea why it's not crisply sharp. It was taken on a tripod, 2-second timer, manually focused on the rocks in front, and the tripod wasn't in the water. It was on a little island, so there shouldn't have been any movement at all. It was quite windy, so whether that's got something to do with it. And as I say, I wasn't going to put this image up. I wasn't even going to release the video, but there are a couple of important points that I think came out of it, which you might find useful. So I decided to put the video out. Anyway, this is the first image. See what you think. As I say, I think you can tell by the way that I'm speaking to the camera in that first section that I'm already conscious that we need to be getting out of there. So, you know, the photography's suffering really.
Hello again. Well, I don't know whether you heard the first part of the video this morning where I said we were actually doing the Three Peaks, the Yorkshire Three Peaks. It's something Leia wanted to do because she missed doing the West Island Way as part of when she finished her graduation due to the coronavirus outbreak. So as a bit of a consolation, she said, would I come up and do the Three Peaks with her? Well, there's been a little bit of a change of plan this morning. We've done Whernside, we've done Ingleborough, but a couple of days ago Leia started suffering with an ear infection, and on Whernside I noticed that she just wasn't keeping up with me like she normally is. Normally we're sort of step for step, You know, she has no problem keeping up with me at all, but every time we got to any incline she was dropping off the bag, and then I just kept asking her if she was all right, and she said, no, I don't feel there's something wrong. So she wanted to get to the top of Ingleborough, and what we're going to do is cut this a little bit short. So we've come down to this limestone pavement after Ingleborough. People who live up in Yorkshire know this, I'm not too sure. And we're going through this limestone pavement, and I know there's a left turn that takes us onto the Pennine Way, so hopefully we can do a bit of a shortcut back to Ribblehead Viaduct, because I want to get her home really, and I think she probably needs to be on some antibiotics. So that's what's happened today. That's why, you know, this is probably slightly different than it was going to be. The other thing I've realised from doing this video actually is never try and do a vlog when you're doing a challenge walk in September, when you know you have to start earlier and you're basically on the clock because you've got to try and get round it in so many hours before it gets dark. I mean, we'd bought head torches anyway, but I didn't particularly fancy coming down or going up a climb in the dark towards the end of the day. We're not doing it for a charity or anything, it's just something Leia wanted to do. So yeah, it's been quite difficult. That's why I've not done any vlogging, because I've been trying to keep my eye on Leia, and also just keep my eye on the clock to make sure we get round, you know, in a decent enough time that we're not walking in the dark.
Right, I'm going to cut in again here. I don't know whether you can see, I can definitely see in myself when I was recording this section that there's a change in my mood. The reason for that is twofold. One, obviously we've walked there about 14 miles I think, and we've done quite a lot of climbing. We've done 2 climbs. But as well as that, I was obviously concerned that Leia wasn't very well. And to be fair, you know, when somebody is ill and you're not quite sure what's going on with them, my main concern was obviously trying to get back. Now, you know, Leia's 21, so she makes her own decisions, but I was having my own experience. I mean, if I explain a little bit about that, I suffer with lymphedema in one of my lower legs, my left leg. It's a hereditary thing, so basically what happens is it retains water, so I have to wear compression on it all the time. And a couple of times, probably 3 times now, I've nicked it. I've had some bramble or whatever. Being a wildlife photographer, you know, you're crawling through brambles and things. I've had one go through into the skin and just pinprick the skin, and within, obviously I don't notice that, but within 7-8 hours I can have cellulitis, which can lead to septicemia. So I know what infections are like, and I have to basically get on antibiotics really quickly. So obviously me seeing this was giving me a few warning signs really, and to be honest I just wanted to get her down. So what is happening here is basically we stopped for lunch, so while we were getting some food I decided to do a little bit of recording. Rushed, not interested. I think you can tell that by the footage, and just really wanting to get out of there. So I just thought I'd put that up just to show, actually, you know, there's a change in my mood from just being rushed. Now it's rushed and concerned.
Right, so I've set up for this shot. To be honest, I'm not overly excited about it. As you'll see in a minute, it's just this single tree with the limestone pavement. It's just the cloud and weather's not really doing one thing or another. We've not got any sun breaking through. We've got some detail in the cloud, but it's not as dramatic as I'd like. And really what I've done is I've just set up, rather than have sort of tried to get lines leading to this tree through the limestone pavement, I've just got a really, it's like a textured limestone wall in front of it. I really like the texture of the limestone. And I just wish I'd got a little bit more detail in the sky behind. What I am going to do though, I'm going to shoot this with this Sony camera, and then I think I'm going to do a shot with the film camera, Now whether that will appear on this vlog or a later vlog, I don't know, because obviously I have to wait to see how the film developed. I don't have my own dark room, so it has to be sent away, and that will probably not be developed until we get back off our holidays to Scotland in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm going to have another scout around, see if there's anything else to take an image of, and then I think we're going to have to get back.
Right, before I wrap this video up and show you this last image, which actually came out reasonably well, I sort of do like it more than I thought I would, and when I saw it on the back of the camera. I know I said on that last piece of footage that I was going to do some more scouting, I might be taking some images with the film camera. I didn't do any of that in the end. I think you can see from the footage there that Leia's sat behind me, and she normally tries to duck out of any filming that I'm doing, so she obviously wasn't particularly bothered, which again is a warning sign that something's not right. So what I did basically after that is we'd finished our lunch, we went straight down to the Pennine Way, and then there was about a 3-mile walk, cutting all the last mountain off, back to Ribblehead Viaduct on a reasonably flat route, just to really get us back to the car as quickly as we could and get us home. So yeah, that's how the walk ended. As I say, I wasn't going to put this out as a video, but the important point for me that I thought came out of it was, when you are faced with something happening like that, you actually start to realise that the stuff that you think important isn't important. So, you know, getting a vlog out every week to 10 days, not really important in the grand scheme of things, but you get caught up in the fact that you think it is. Getting those images that you want to get, you're in a beautiful place, and you don't go there very often, so you've got to get those images. You know, not really important. There'll be other days and there'll be other times to do that. And that was the only point that really I thought was important, and the reason I put this video out with such, you know, poor footage, poor images. So anyway, that's the point that I want you to take from this video, if anything at all. As I say, not really happy with the images. The second one's okay, but the important stuff is Leia's okay. She's on antibiotics, and you know, we got out of there, and we'll have another day to do the 3 Peaks challenge. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next week, all things being equal, for another video. Bye.